Hello everybody, welcome to day 10 of daily vlog. Mambo is here. We still have not been able to get to a vet. She is doing better. We might be able to get to one tomorrow. It's been a very stressful day calling a million people and having vets lie to me saying that they had me on their schedule and then oops, no, I'm not there. The hell? Very frustrating. So in theory tomorrow we will have taken her to a vet. But some good news. A pre-order has come. Very popular, very popular books coming out this year. You'll know what this is. It's a sequel, an anticipated sequel. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm correct. We have Ninth House sequel, Hellbent. This is a sequel to Ninth House, as I said. This is Hellbent. Now, I hate this cover so goddamn much. It is a rabbit. It is a sickly looking rabbit. I despise that. Absolutely 0 out of 10. One of the worst covers. Now, granted, like art style wise, like it's actually pretty good looking at up close. It's not just a photo of one, this is drawn. I do like, you know, it peeking out, just like how the snake did. Like, staying on brand, sure, great points there. Just, I absolutely hate that it is a freaking rabbit. And we have the rabbit and snake on the inside here. We've got our little stamp. You can't really see it well on camera. There you guys see there. Back end of the rabbit and the stuff is on this side. Cool. But we've got our sequel. Again, this is one that I won off of my father. So I did not pay anything. We're still good for the book buying ban. Just wanted to show you guys as the books come in. All right, hello again. Welcome back to Daily Vlog. So I showed you that we have Hellbent. However, I wanted to show you guys a video today of the trackers that I've been painstakingly working on for both my book trackers and my goals trackers, and how I'm doing stuff. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. It's gonna be a little bit of a bigger video than the regular daily vlogs, but I wanted to show you how I'm doing this. So what you are looking at right now is the book tracker. This took so long, it was very tedious, but now it's beautiful and stuff. So how I'm tracking books this year is obviously the title. We've got the author here, and I just realized I was doing this 2 different ways. Oh well, I'll fix that later. So we've got the last name, first name, but up here I started with just the regular ones. We have a drop-down menu for the months. They are already color-coded in the month choice that we decided on stream what the months were going to be. So January is a purple. We have their direct publisher and the parent company publisher. Hi, welcome back. You good? Okay. Nope, bye. So anyway, so we have like Hachette, Macmillan, HarperCollins, Penguin, and Simon & Schuster as the big 5. We have if it's self-published or if it's from a small press or if it's from Paper Mill Press, which is the classics thing because they're owned by like Book Outlet and stuff, apparently. Thanks for helping me discover that on stream. And then we have the format, if it's an audio, hardcover, paperback, or ebook. I like to distinguish between hardcover and paperback. It's me. The page counts are all conditionally formatted to a certain amount. So reading, if I do a 501, oh wait, no. There we go, if I do an over 500, it's green, because that's like, oh, look at you, reading a big book and stuff. So they're color coded that way, so reds are obviously the smaller. Have the hours, same thing. The longer the book is, the greener the color, basically. Then we have just the regular book length. Those are all color-coded in a drop-down as well. I saw this in Cawpile last time, but I didn't like the fact that it went to like 100 to 150, and then it did 150 to 200. It's like, no. 151 to 200, 201 to 2, yeah. Anyway, and then the book format, if it's novel, novella, short story, anthology, graphic novel, or manga/comic. And the thing is with this, it's all editable. So if I come across something that's different than those, I can just edit it and apply to all, and it's great. Same with publication year. So if I read anything from 2023, it is green because it's like, look at you reading a new release. And anything older than 2020 is red. And then classics, actually it's red, and then like the 90s is this blue. And then like 1960 is also great. So those are like classics. Oops. Oops. 2022. So 2022s are yellows because it's like, almost read it that same year. And then I did so much research for all the books that I own, and the year that I got it, if I don't rightly know, although this was, wait, what did I read? What is this? Anne of Ingleside. Oh no, I do know that one now. I did more research, so I do know that is 2020. No, 2020 that I got that. Anyway, and then the genres, I am being hyper specific on genres because we all know I read a bunch of fantasy, but I wanted to differentiate the fantasy. So I have like high fantasy, urban fantasy, hard sci-fi, dystopian fantasy, contemporary romance, contemporary more literary, historical fiction, historical fantasy, magical realism, nonfiction, historical romance, thriller mystery / and then horror, paranormal romance, multiple genres, so like the anthologies, classic, fantasy romance, sci-fi romance, mythology, and then I can add more as they come up. I've already had to do that in other sheets. And then I have if it's a debut author, just a new to me author, or if I'm an author I've read before. The age categories, of course, middle grade, young adult. I don't do new adult, because as much as we want this to be a genre or be an age category, it's not a thing in publishing yet. And so I'm just, anything new adult, it's usually going to be spicy because that's like the criteria for a new adult is that it's spicy, and so that's adult to me. And then where I got it from, so like this first book of the year that I read, I forget where I got How the King of Elfhame. I didn't get it off Book Outlet. I didn't get it off Pango. I didn't buy it off Facebook Marketplace. Didn't get it from Barnes & Noble as far as I can tell. Like things that I have tracked in the past. I don't remember how I got this book, so it's unknown. Otherwise, we have like my big ones are Pango, Second Charles, Book Outlet, Facebook, Gifted, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, direct from the author. If it's Kindle, Black and Red, Target, King Supers, or if I just don't know, Conventions, Tattered Cover. Those are my big ones here. If it is a series, standalone companion, or an interlude, so an interlude would be like a 1.5. That's like that. All right, if I began the series, if it's a series in progress, if I've, look at me already completing 2 series. I'm about to complete a 3rd one. And then my rating, I don't need a weighted system. I'm pretty solid and like, oh, this is 3 stars to me. I don't need it to calculate, but I do have it all for the rainbow of colors. The date started, the date finished, and then it calculates the days read. I kind of want to make this centered. We're gonna make that centered now, just so it's easier to see. I am also listing the audiobook narrator, so that calculates that. If it's just one narrator, it goes here. If it goes into 2, anything with a blank space, I'm gonna fill it into there because I can't figure out a way to make the 2 columns into 1 graph kind of thing. It's annoying. Then we have the queer rep. So we have, if it's a main character, a side character, a non-prominent / mentioned character, or if it's absent. So we're halvesies right now on that. And then I try to get specific on this as well. What? Uh-oh. Reconnect. I lost internet connection to show you all the things, but I get specific with those. It's the same thing with disability rep. If it's absent, main character, side character, non-prominent, and then I will list the specific disability. The ethnicity of the author, I'll try to do. If I'm separating it as white American, white European, and then I'll try to be as specific as I can, but sometimes authors don't list that information on the internet. So like this one, I don't actually know Evelyn Skye's ethnicity. I know that she is an American, but I know she is also Asian. I don't know if she's of Chinese descent, Japanese descent, Korean descent. I don't know which one she is. She has not listed that anywhere, so that's what I'm doing with that. I just like seeing the differentiation and seeing like what, who do I read more from and who do I pick up more books from. So same with gender identity. Some of them don't list it, or if I see like in their profiles they're using she, her pronouns, or if they're using he, him pronouns. I have some that are they, them, and some people do list it, but other people don't. If it's an own voices book, I'll check it. If it's Indian self-pub, it will be checked. The protagonist gender, why did this one not work? Oh God, it's still not connected. Come on. It's annoying. I'll do their nationality if I can find it as well, and same with the book setting. We have the month breakdown, the pages per month, the audiobook per month. Right now, obviously, it's January, so there's nothing else. It'll automatically calculate how many books I've read, the total pages, and the hours listened. The format, the publisher, the parent publisher gets booked in. Average page counts. I am like one for everything right now. This is funny. Book style, publication year, target audience, genres, author status. We have these. You can see it all. Okay, there's a bunch. So here's our narrators. Look at that. Everybody's get their own little corner. Generate 80. I really am proud of the map though. The map is my favorite thing. Let me show you that a little bit closer here. So if it's like, apparently if it's set in one, so I've had one set in Canada, I've had one set in Russia, I have one set in Norway, and I've had two set in America, and then like another set in space, which is not going to calculate it, but it's going to highlight the country. Isn't that cool? That's just cool. That's my happiest thing on this whole thing. It also calculates my own voices. Here's my series. It'll calculate all that. Yeah, I know, it's exciting. My indies is calculated. It's fun. Then we have the monthly data. It's already calculating the average books I've read, or how many books total as well in the month. Averages, formats, audience, the genre breakdown here, the ratings, the type of, it's doing it all. It's doing it all, and it's very exciting. So I did a month, but this page probably took me the third longest to do. I was gonna say it's the longest, but I'm like, no, wait, it's not. Then we have my series tracker. I'm very proud of as well. So once I finish a series, it conditionally, oh, come on, let's load. There we go. Conditionally formats it to go green. If it's still a series up to pub, it'll do purple. If I've DNF'd the series, it will go yellow because everything else was too many reds and stuff. And then as I continue, so let's pretend I've read Piper Prince, it'll fill in the graph more. Isn't that exciting? So I have a bunch of series here. I've also calculated here start of the year. This is how many series I have started the year with. I am in the middle of 72 series. And then if I'll add more, a new series that has started here has been 1 so far. I've completed 2 so far. But you can see the lovely completed up to publication. There's 8 of them here, and the DNF will be here, and that's in 2023. So if I just click if I started it in 2023 or if I've started it in 2023, this is great, cool, right? So it's there's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot. This is my book acquisitions page, which I need to fill in because somebody got here. Oh, I'm doing Lee Bardugo. I paid nothing. Oh, what's your list price? $29.99. $29.99 is the list price. That's my savings. We did pre-order this from Amazon. It is an urban fantasy. It is hardcover. It is brand new. It's unread. She's still flying. Where are you going? Where did you end up? You got to your cage! You did it! Good job! I'm so proud of you! I knew you could do it! Oh my god, that's the first time she has actually flown all the way to her cage. Well done, Mambo. Okay, anyway, so this shows you my total savings. It'll eventually show my total spent, and then it's doing it in the months as well. I will eventually have the graphs going here, but actually I can do that now, can't I? But anyway, we won't have to set it up right now. We have book sales. I haven't sold anything yet this year, but eventually, as I have books listed on Pango, so if somebody buys them from my Pango shop, or if I sell it on Facebook or somewhere, or Second and Charles, if I do an unhaul, then I'll input that here, but I haven't done any yet. Then, there's so many tabs. Releases! Here's all my new releases. So this is all the new releases that I know of currently that I'm excited for and want, that in theory come out this year. So everybody's labeled. They're labeled by their month. Some of them don't have the actual month yet, so they're unknown. And then if I've pre-ordered them, if I've acquired them, if I've read them, again, it'll calculate by the month. So by the month, it shows you how many there are releases that I know of right now. So obviously January has the month of 21. And then I know a lot of February and April's and a bunch of unknowns. And then this is my order of acquisition here. So the first new release that I got was Daughters of Izdahar. I actually got it last year at Barnes & Noble, even though it released technically in January. Somebody did mess up. So I'm trying when I go for a new release, and I'll explain this in a moment, to read them in order acquisition, just so that I don't let them sit forever. This is what took me forever. So this is my TBR, my physical TBR right now. Every book that's on these shelves behind me currently. I just added a few more in, but you can see, so I started the year with 731 books. You'll notice there's 736, and that's because I got 2 books that I ordered in December, but they're not new releases, but they also came in. Anyway, so I started the year with 731 books. We will see the difference between them at the end of the year. Same with the indie books that I have gotten, that I had, and this is where Fortuna Sworn comes in. Pages, standalones, series, everybody. It's all calculating everybody, as well as in audiobooks. So you can see I have total of the physical books on my shelf. I can read 447 of them. I can listen to them by audiobook. And 289 I have to read physically because there is no audiobook. And then again, it has the genre distribution. This also has the genre distribution. This is just a picture of it because I wanted to save the data and see what the difference in that data looks like at the end of the year. And then again, total by publication year and total by acquisition. So I've clearly gotten a lot from Book Outlet. So 312 of the books on my shelf I have gotten from Book Outlet over the past several years. And this many from Second & Charles and a variety of places. So same kind of thing. We have author, title, audience, the number of the book, the format it's in, pub date, page count, the genre. Again, it's also hyper specific. We have more than what I had on the other sheet because I had to add more to it, like contemporary sci-fi, historical sci-fi, gothic fantasy, things that, poetry. Yeah, had to add a lot more. And then if it has an audiobook, I can read it on Libby, Scribd, which are my 2 main apps, or Libby and Scribd. Those are the 2 ways that I listen to audiobook. I do not do Audible. If it's an indie book, year acquired and where I acquired it from. Again, all these places. So like this one also I had to add more. Like we added library sale, if it's from LitJoy, a thrift store, Owl Crate, Phoenix Crate. A lot of other fun places on there. And again, color coded, and my mouse is stupid. Okay. There's that. Then I did all the same exact thing, but for the books on my wish list, basically. So I have 696 books on my wish list. Ooh, I haven't deleted, did I not delete Bardugo yet? I didn't. Okay, so I can delete this. Delete that row. And we've gone down. 695. Ayo! Cool. Same thing, basically. Same stuff. And then this took me the absolute longest. So these are all the books in my other room, in my bedroom, the ones that I just color coded and stuff, that I've owned forever. These are all the books that I have actually read and kept. And it took me so long to figure out a lot of like where I got these books, because I've owned some of these books, some of them since I was a kid. But it took a long time to do all of the stuff. And figure out, I had to input everything because I didn't, like the other 2, oops, god damn this mouse. My mouse it's a distance away from its actual reader and I don't know what to do about it because like the slot for my computer is here, but your mouse goes over here. Very annoying. And also the battery's gonna die soon. But yeah, I had to do, the other ones, the need and the owned, I had that in my Excel sheet already. I didn't have this in an Excel sheet already. So I had to make it, and then again, it does all of that data from the other ones. It's calculating it all. So I have 389 books, 286 are hardcover, 103 are paperback, and 15 are indie that I have kept. And it does all the basic breakdowns as well. Yeah, there it is. And then I have a little tracker sheet to be like, where's the books I've loaned them to? And give them back, guys. Okay, I'm gonna switch out the battery and then we'll go over the goals tracker. Here's my 23 goals of 2023. They're all listed here. Again, we have the color coding. We've got everybody here. Once I complete it, it turns green. And then if I type in like worked on, so maybe I didn't complete it, but I worked it on in the month, it gets that. And if it's complete, it turns green. Hello. Oh wait, completed. There it goes. I forgot. Completed. So yeah, I've already gotten the new phone. So that's completed. We're done. We already got one done. Watch, that's the only thing I finished this whole year. But obviously right now I can tell you that like all of this is being worked on this month for the most part. There's a few things that are not, but yeah, they're being worked on. And then I do this, also, yeah, it's got a nice graph for little pie chart. Then we have the mini goals, exact same thing. And I finished, oh, I forgot to click the thing. We have finished, and now I get to add my graph. Hold on. I gotta add my graph. Well, no, this one doesn't, because I can add things. The mini goals doesn't get a graph because I may add things as I go. But these are all my, like, they're not big priorities, but if I get them, perfect, great. They're not like huge things. Some of them are carryovers from last year. Some of them are like, maybe I'll do it, I don't know. But same formatting applies. Then I got trackers for a lot more of the goals. So like this is the anthology tracker here. Now we can actually get a little bit bigger here. So like Cozway Hacks Universe has been out. I just wanted to include it. A Diamond in the Shambles is edited. I'm waiting on the cover art. But as soon as it goes up, again, it'll be up there. Ebook, edited, cover, all of these will calculate. So these are all of them. And then finally, once I get the anthology done. So that's my tracker for that. Same kind of rules for Hoop Away. I'm just like, if it's done here, it'll do it. I don't know why, but it won't like be just red when it's all empty. But Hoop Away tracker for the audiobook. Hisvicac has the same thing. These are like, I don't want to show you all of my queries. So I'm doing a final read through, and then all of the agents and stuff that I'm looking into for querying. I mean, I guess you guys can see it's not a huge big deal, but there are certain ones that I've already like looked into that I want to be represented by. And like there's authors that they've done that I love, and then response time research. And the level that they are, if like these are my top ones, if it's a 1, it'll make this green. And then how to email them and stuff. All this information is listed on websites. I don't know why I was scared to show you guys, but there's some of them. I'll add more probably, but this is the ones that I'd researched last year. And then I have a writing tracker. This also took me forever. So the writing tracker, if I work on, let's see, what's today? Oh, actually yesterday. We did that. So if I type in an S for short story, it'll calculate that. If I work on acing it, it'll do that. If I work on Hisvicac, it'll do that. It's great. It's so fun. And it'll calculate all the total days and stuff for every single month as a writing tracker. So yesterday I worked on a Diamond in the Shambles. Perfect. Done. Ta-da. So I have a savings tracker and a spending tracker. You guys don't need to see that. This is my music library research. This is just all of the bands that I do know and love and want to see what new music they've come out with, because it's been forever since I have updated my music library. Forever. And literally the stuff that I've owned is probably 5-6 years old at the earliest. I still listen to stuff from decades ago, but I want to get some new ones. So if you have any music that you're into, that you're like, I think Q would like this music, hit me up, put it in the comments. I'm looking for new music to do stuff when I don't feel like listening to an audiobook. Especially if there's anything like Wildwood Kin. I'm obsessed with Wildwood Kin. They're a big inspiration for Hisvicac, just FYI. I would say my top 2 bands right now are Wildwood Kin and 1OK Rock. So anything similar sounding to those, and then, you know, anybody that you see on here. There's a lot of my Japanese band that I haven't updated, but definitely Wildwood Kitten is my #1 obsession at the moment. So same kind of thing. As I go through these, it'll do that, but I haven't done it yet. Camping is still a goal. So I just kind of researched like how much stuff would cost that I would possibly need. And then that's all that is. Create-a-thon 2 plans. You don't get to see it. I scrolled down so you can't see it for their stuff. And then I have the Mambo calendar. So this is working on flight training with her, which she's obviously doing really great with. But if I work on it with her, it'll calculate and stuff. We haven't done a whole lot in the beginning of the year. And especially since I was scared she hurt herself. But clearly she's been able to fly all the way to her room, so she's fine. Okay, and that's it. Those are my trackers. But there is another element to some stuff here, okay? And that is my spinner wheels. So, I use this throughout the day. I even use these for work, not these ones specifically, but I really, sometimes this, I don't know, maybe it's an ADHD thing, that of my undiagnosed ADHD, that I should probably get diagnosed with. But deciding what to work on in free time is difficult for me to do. Sometimes I'm like, yes, I know I want to work on this, but other times I don't. So if I need to work on like a 23 of, I'll spin this. So let's see what's it gonna give me. Ooh, okay. So it's like, all right, let's work on a mini goal. So I will go down to the mini goals. These are mini goals I can like consistently work on. Let's see. I don't actually have free time right now. Oh God. So coding. So if I had time right now, I would start researching how to code and stuff, basically. And then also, if I need to, I would give myself a time limit. Sometimes I make this a lot longer. Oh God, it just went away. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. This is what I usually do. Some days I don't feel like it. I'll go up to an hour and then I'll work on it for that long. So I also have, sometimes I'm like, okay, if I finish my TBR for the month, then I have this wheel here. Please ignore the work. This is a work one over here. Ignore that one. Oh wait, but this is done now. Oh wait, not that one. This one. Oh, these are all done. Okay, actually, we can actually trash this wheel. That wheel is done. Okay, so anyway, I have a, if I finish my TBR for the month and I need a new physical read kind of thing, or I need something else to do, I will spin this one. So let's, for example, so a mini TBR round. So I would play my game real quick to determine the game, to determine the next book. But it could also be finish a series, or a Guildathon prompt, or a continuous series, an indie book, a physical read, or a small baby, which is this wheel. These are the tiniest books that I have, and I would spin that one to determine it, okay? Same with, and then this is the bigger ones that I need to work on for 23 or 2023, and that's kind of how I'm running my life now. Cool. So there you go. That's it. That's the video today. It was a lot longer than planned, and now I have to edit this. I mean, it's already edited if you're watching this now. Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna make some dinner and edit this video. But this is how I'm running my life. I don't know if this helps anybody. If you want copies of my spreadsheets, like the book tracker, if you're like, yeah, that sounds like a good tracker, I'm happy to share you. You just have to delete like everything. I don't have a blank copy of that tracker. I could make a blank copy. Let me know. Do you want a blank copy of the tracker? There's so many other booktubers who make trackers like these. Like G from Book Roast has one. Cassidy has one. There's a few others. I think Emily Fox has one, maybe. I'm not sure. There's a bunch of people who make trackers, but some of them, like, I liked the elements of them, but none of them worked specifically for what I wanted to track, because I want to track a lot of things because I love stats. So if you want a copy of this tracker, let me know and I'll post it, and I'll make a blank copy of it, and give you guys that in like the Discord or something. So yeah, cool. That's all the video for today. Enjoy. Okay, bye.